Welcome to the Micro Focus Identity and Access Management video series. I'm Kent Purdy, Product Marketing Manager for Access Management.
And I'm Paul McKeith, Identity and Access Management Specialist.
For this video, we're going to show you how you deliver access to applications on mobile devices. While it is true that Access Manager does provide SDKs for native mobile app development, there's also another way to deliver access as well. Paul, in another video, you showed us the SSO portal. But what can we do for mobile users?
Well, all mobile users can use that portal too, right? But if you recall, in fact, I'll show you another one that's a little bit different because we actually do use our own products inside our own company, right? So I'm going to show you what that would look like. And this is me already logged in. You can see I have a plethora of applications, probably too many applications that I don't want to use every day.
Right.
But these applications I can access and I get a single sign-on experience from the browser, right? But if you ask me, trying to see that screen on my iPhone is going to be kind of tough, right? And I'm getting old. So, you know, the bifocals
plus you don't want
aren't
to load
going to
up
help.
a browser and all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it's not the mobile
steps.
experience that
Right.
everybody's used to, right? So why don't we go ahead and change this view? So I've got this neat little app that's going to let you see my iPhone live, right? See,
Yep.
You can watch this guy going. So what I've got here is that a built-in application included with Access Manager called Mobile Access. That's this guy up here in the upper left. And you'll notice that you saw a flash of those applications,
Yep.
same ones that we just saw from the browser view on a full-fledged big desktop or a tablet. But it challenged me to put in a PIN number to access and open up that set of applications.
Yeah, but why wouldn't it be the password?
Well, actually, sometimes it is. So when I first associated this device to me personally inside of Access Manager, I did need to use my username and password in order to do that, to make sure it was a real strong authentication, right?
Right.
But after that, then it allowed me, or it actually forced me by policy, to instantiate a better control for easier use for me, and that's
Right.
to put in that PIN.
So while other apps you may just be able to touch and it loads, this requires a PIN.
Yeah, we've seen this, right? And many applications are kind of like that when you
Yeah.
first download them. Here, we need to be secure. So that first authentication, that first registration, that one, it's got to be username, password, or multi-factor authentication with our advanced authentication, something like that.
Okay.
But then once I'm in, I'm good, right? And you see the same applications. But notice, it's actually a subset of those applications you saw before. So here's that full list that we saw on the other screen. But I've been able to keep some favorites here so that I only go to the ones I normally go
So
to.
you can select which ones you'll see on your phone. So if you only have like 4 or 5 you use on your phone, that's all you need to look at.
That's right. And most of these I actually don't either, but sometimes I like to show some folks. And some of these applications are very common that people are accustomed to. It's like, hey, I know that app. So one that I use frequently for my mobile device is when I screw up while I'm traveling and I forgot to rent that car, or I forgot to book that hotel, or the hotel I have to stay an extra day or something. So the US travel one is actually pretty good here. So you'll notice I go ahead and just click on it. I didn't have to do anything else.
SSO in the works, right?
SSO in the works. It's all happened behind the scenes, and I got to it with that 4-digit PIN. Right? Now it looks kind of crappy, if you will, technical term, because of the way this looks, but it actually becomes a little bit more usable when I turn it sideways because I have such a small device.
Right.
Now, different applications will react differently. This one's actually pretty usable and pretty good, even as long as I go mobile.
Yeah, and they are actually getting better as modern web apps are better at adjusting to the form factor, getting better all the time.
Absolutely. So the older your applications are, the more cases. Oh, sorry about that. This guy moved over on us. They will occasionally do that, is upgrade and give you another view of it, right? And we can do all of this without you needing waiting for them to build their own native mobile app and that sort of thing. So there's a few other examples here that we can use. I can search my intranet. I can do a people search to find other folks in my organizations really, really quickly. I can go back and grab another application that might be of interest. Here's an application from our Novell business unit. You'll notice this one is very responsive. If I go to this application from a web browser, it looks completely different. So this one's a really cool, more modern application that is aware of my mobile device. Another one that might be interesting is this guy, which is our employee self-service. And some folks that are out there that use this application inside their organization will recognize this one as well. So there's some, I won't go too much into this one, but yeah, a lot of folks would recognize this particular application, right? So notice, though, two things. Like you mentioned, I got single sign-on experience, regardless of the type of application that it was. I can do that with any of these particular applications, but there was that little other thing in there that said mobile token. Any guess of what that one's about?
I don't.
So I'm authenticating, right, with that PIN, basically, to open up this mobile app. So what I've done is I've exchanged and embedded into this application, not your password when I registered it. So it's not here. It's secure because we didn't include it here. There are some mobile apps that will do that to you.
Yeah, well, actually, none of the data is there, right? You're looking at data that's residing someplace else.
Well, that's right. But I mean, some data will come down here, but we do run this application in its own container on the device, right? So even if there is data here, it's within that, sandboxed environment, that container environment, so you can protect yourself from that too. So, but that mobile token is really kind of the key here. And for the technical guys out there, that was an Oauth token. So we get an Oauth refresh token, an access token. And what that does is allows me to use that access token to do the single sign-on experience to the backend application and exchange it to make everything move real nice and smooth for the user. Yes, they'll see that little flash, but that's it.
That's it. One-touch access.
One-touch access.
What I really like about mobile access is that there's no development involved. If you need to get an app out to your mobile users and you don't have access to a mobile development team or their backlog, you can send an app right now today to your users through mobile access.
And what I like about it is I do use the browser one because some of these apps don't look good. And then I have a very familiar experience going between them. And that's really helpful for our entire mobile and your entire mobile workforce.
To get more information, check out our product page, Access Manager's product page. You'll find more there. Meantime, please take time to check out our other videos.